everybody, it's Michelle and I'm back here with another inspirational slash motivational video for you guys. I don't know about you guys, but I am not perfect and I apologize if I ever come across as perfect, as if everything in my life is perfect, because it is not. I feel like I wanted to do kind of an uplifting, inspirational video for you guys today and share something that I found on Pinterest, and I will have the link down below. But basically what it's called is 12 things happy people do differently. A lot of these 12 things sound like things like, oh duh, of course I know that. But you really have to think about them. I really feel like, you know, it takes a lot of work to be happy because there's so many different things being thrown in our lives, trials and comparisons and all of that, that I feel like we do have to work hard. So here are 12 things happy people do differently. Okay, so the first thing that happy people do is express gratitude. And I love this because this is by Stephen Covey, by the way. And it says, when you appreciate what you have appreciates in value. There is a beautiful girl here on YouTube. Her channel is I Learn with Minette. I will link her down below. But she is so cute. On her Instagram, every single day, she posts like a gratitude list. And I think it is such a great idea. And I love reading her gratitude list every single day because it really makes me stop and think of, what am I thankful for? And it really does make you realize how much you do have. So I will link that channel down below. You guys can follow her Instagram as well. Number 2 is to cultivate optimism. This is so important. I feel like being positive and having a positive attitude can get you through anything. I know I've told you guys this before, but I wanted to kind of expound on it a little bit for you guys again. But a few years ago, I spent 18 months in the country of Ukraine, and I was there as a missionary for my church. And before we go out into the field, into the mission field, we have 3 months where we are trained with the language, the Russian language. And we studied it a lot and I felt okay, but I had no idea how hard Russian really was until I got to Ukraine. And it was a really hard experience. I had lived abroad before multiple times, but it was different when you're a missionary because you're away from your family and all of your friends, and you're put into this world where you're forced to speak a language that you don't really know yet. And it was just a really hard experience to just go there. And it was the middle of winter, it was really cold, and I didn't know the language. And so I just was like thrown into this world. And there were so many difficult things that happened to me while I was there. But I felt like the thing that got me through it was just being positive and looking at this as an incredible experience, and it really did change my life. It's actually where I met my husband, which is crazy, but I just felt like being positive got me through that. And I feel like if you have that perspective of where is the good in this situation, then you can get through anything. This next one is huge, and I've talked about this before, and it is avoiding social comparison and overthinking. And I think as women, we do this all the time, both of those things. We always compare ourselves. I've talked to you guys about them multiple times. And we overthink everything. If you guys are married and if you've ever talked to a guy, you realize that they don't think about things half as much as we do. It really does make a huge difference if you're just sitting there stewing on something, thinking about every angle, every aspect. I am so guilty of this. Instead of just being like, you know what? That's the problem, I'll deal with it later, kind of thing. The thing that Stephen Covey says, I love this, is that the only person you should compare to yourself to is the person you were before now. How awesome is that? Number 4 is practice acts of kindness. Once again, serving somebody changes you in so many ways. It's like being a mother. I feel like you love your children so much because you just serve them all day long. You're just taking care of their every need. And it's like that with society. If you just help other people, you stop thinking about what you're dealing with, and you really do just feel so much better. A few years ago, I had a boyfriend that I was dating, and we broke up right before Valentine's Day. So I was crushed on Valentine's Day. It was really rough. And I was like, how can I make myself feel better? Like, I can't deal with this right now. You know, I thought I was gonna have somebody special on Valentine's Day, and I just had this idea of, why don't you just take care of all the other girls who feel the same way as you? So I went to the store, I bought cards and treats, and I went to a lot of my friends who were single. I went to their homes and just dropped a treat off for them and left it on the doorstep. And it really helped me feel so much better because I felt like I wasn't thinking about, oh, poor Michelle, poor me, I'm so lonely. I was just thinking about, how can I make these other girls feel really happy? Number 5 is nurture social relationships. The happiest people in the world are those who have deep, meaningful relationships. And this doesn't mean you have to have 50 really close friends. I don't have 50 really close friends, but just having those 1 or 2 really good relationships that you know will last and that you have those people there that can listen to you, that won't judge you, that really want what's good for you, that will make you happy and healthy. Number 6 is to develop strategies for coping. And basically what this says is that you need to have, it says it helps to have healthy strategies for coping, pre-rehearsed, on call, and in your arsenal at your disposal. So if you have a way of coping, whether it's if you're really frustrated with something, going on a run, that always helps me. Something that also helps me is writing in my journal. I get all of my feelings out, I throw them all up onto the page, just frantically write. I always, if I'm really upset or just stressed about something, this is like a confession, I always go take a really hot bubble bath, and while I'm in the bath, I write out all my feelings in my journal. It calms me down, it gets everything out, and then I'm always able to sleep better that night. Number 7 is so important, and this is learn to forgive. And sometimes that's really hard because there are people in your life who will hurt you and do things to you that you just can't even imagine. And you can't harbor those feelings because it's poisonous and it will make you sick inside if you don't just let something go. Number 8 is to increase flow experiences. And if you don't know what a flow experience is, let me explain it to you. It says here that flow is a state in which it feels like time stands still. So basically having those moments that you're just enjoying life and just loving every moment. So whether that's, getting into something like running or, a hobby of some sort, sewing, cooking, doing something that makes you really enjoy life and really just forget what time is all about. And to me, that is what Zumba is all about. It completely changed my life. I went to a Zumba class, if you saw last Saturday, to this teacher that I went to a couple years ago. She seriously changed my life. Like, I was overweight. I didn't have a lot of friends. I was living in a different place, and I went to her class, and every time I went, I just felt so uplifted, so much happier, and it was just so good to have those flow experiences to just make me forget all of my problems. Number 9 is to savor life's joys. And this is something that I feel like technology really ruins because we're so busy, I'm guilty of this, Instagramming or tweeting or doing whatever, that we forget, like, let's enjoy this moment. And when you sit there, I do that a lot with my boys. Sometimes I'll just put my phone away in a different room and just turn it off, and I will just sit there and play with them and talk to them and listen to them and smell them and just really savor these moments because they're growing up so fast. And why am I crying? They're growing up so fast, and I just really want to remember, the joy that I feel when I'm with them and when they're so little and young. And I just know that that's something that makes you happy, is when you cherish those moments. Number 10 is to commit to your goals. And this is something that I have stressed so many times. Every year at the beginning of the year, I set New Year's resolutions and I mark them down, and I do it every week. I have goals for the month, I have goals for the week, goals for the day, and it really helps me feel so much better and happier when I can check them off and feel like I'm accomplishing things. And it's fun to write things down and see where I am. Like with my weight, for instance, I always write down my weight when I weigh myself, and then I can kind of see, hey, I am making progress. It might not be, oh, I lost 10 pounds this week, but over time it's fun to say I lost a pound here, I lost a pound there, and I just feel more accomplished when I check things off of my list. Number 11 is to practice spirituality. And this is so awesome because I, as you guys know, am a very spiritual person. And this is what guides me. It's what makes me who I am. And you don't have to believe in the same religion or anything, but if you have some source of comfort, some source of hope and faith in your life, then it definitely, studies have shown, makes you happier. And number 12, the final one, is to take care of your body. There have been so many studies that have shown that when you do exercise, you increase those endorphins and it makes you happier. And that's really why I stress, if you are feeling down, if you are feeling, a little blue or depressed, get moving, because it's seriously, being outside or just pushing yourself really gives you that satisfaction and that joy. Okay, so I hope you guys enjoyed my video of 12 things that happy people do differently. I will have that linked below. I also wanted to quickly thank one of my beautiful viewers. I will have her channel linked down below. Oh my goodness, I can't remember her first name. I will have her channel linked down below, but she just started a YouTube channel, but a few weeks ago she sent me a package full of so many wonderful products and so many things just to say thank you and just to send it to me. But I wanted to personally thank her because that was so sweet and it made my day. It made me so happy. And it just made me so happy to know there are so many great people in this world. So please comment down below and let me know what are some things that you like to do to make you happy if you're feeling a little blue. I know that in my life I have definitely dealt with depression different times here and there, and these are definitely things that I like to do to try to uplift myself and lift my spirits and that sort of thing. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and thumbs up if you enjoyed this video, and we will see you guys later. Bye!